Right, so this is the a video on making the pre-heresy jetpacks. So you want to start by getting some of these chaos backpacks. Use any chaos backpacks. Doesn't have to be these old ones. We're going to use this one with all the wires because I like it. Back in a second. Okay, so you just want to clip that out. And you just want to clean up some of the forget what they call it, where you've just clipped the sprue off, and the mould lines and things. Not going to bother with the mould lines right now. Actually, yeah, I will, but I'll do that off camera. But yeah, what you want to do is you want to cut off these parts, bits on either end. So just take your knife and cut that off. Like that. So then you're left with the main part of the backpack and the two arms coming off it. Okay, that's your first step. Okay, so once you've sorted out your backpack, the next step is to get some plasticard tube. I'm not sure what the width of this is, I'll just check for you. I would if I were to find my tape measure, but I can't. I'm terrible with measurements, I keep buying the wrong size and everything. But you've got this, it's fairly big, it's probably one of the biggest plasticard tubes. And then you want a razor saw, and you just want to cut it off for however long you think it should be, to be honest. Right. Up there. It's important to use the razor saw because you're cutting it by slicing it, whereas if you use a knife, it's the pressure pushing down on it, and it cracks the tube, and it's not good. Right, so just make sure that you've got the same width at both ends by putting the other one next to it, cutting it at the same point. You can use a knife, it's just you end up wasting a lot. The razor saws are a much better option. So you've got the big one, then you want the size down. You know it's the size down because it fits in perfectly. Whereas the size below that would just, it goes in but it rattles about. Whereas that one just smoothly in. I buy these from art shops and things. Pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't really matter how long you cut these because you're just putting them inside them and you glue them in, so make sure they're not longer than them. As long as they're a bit shorter than them or even the same, you're fine. There you go. You may as well make sure that they're the same width and just line them up. Off again. There you go. The crap off me razor saw. So now you're left with a bit of plastic sort of around. Just clean that up with your knife. A lot of it can just blown off, but just clean it up. And then you're ready for your next section, which is glue. You're just gluing that part into there, like that. So you've got two levels. All that does is just give you a little bit of extra detail, to be honest. It's an extra level to highlight, so all you do is just put a bit of glue inside there, pop that in there like that, and let that set. Same for the other one. Glue inside, that there. Make sure that they match up. Cut the other one a little bit longer. Pull that one out a little bit. Sort that when they're dry, cut the other one down a little bit. So yeah, just let them dry. And then you want to glue them on to here. So I'll sort that in a little bit, but I'll just so you get the idea. Putting them on either side of that. You got your jump pack. I'll show you. I'll glue them on, and you'll see what it looks like all together. Right, so they're done now, and you just want to put a little bit of glue on there, attach that, onto there. There you go. Again, a bit of glue, attach the other side. Now, you want to let that dry so that they set together. And the best way I found of doing that is to get your you've got one of these Games Workshop vices and a pair of tweezers, just pop the tweezers in. Like that. Just pop the backpack in there, tighten it up. Just keeps the backpack up till it dries. It's not touching anything, doesn't set wrong. Yeah, so we'll go back to that once that's set. Okay, so once the glue's set, you want to get a bit more green stuff. Mix it together. There you go. And what you want to do is you want to put it in to the turbines and not drop it on the floor. Okay, so just snap it off, apparently. To glue that back on in a minute. Modeling tool, all in. Same with your next one. Okay, so that'll do for now. Just you want to leave a bit of a gap to the top. Glue that one back on. Yeah? Okay, so once you've got the green stuff in the turbines, you want to get some thin wire. What you're going to use for this, I got this from a hobby store. It's just bendy and useful. You just want to clip a little bit off. It's going to be, you're not using it for anything later, just clip a bit off each, 2 bits off. So dip one end in Vaseline, and then you just push it in into the centre there, and if you turn it as you go, it sometimes goes a bit easier. Okay. There you go. And the same on the other side. And that just leaves somewhere for the wire inside the jet stream thing to go later when you're ready for that. Okay, so for now the next step is to put on the fans of the turbines.